Okay. Hari Bol. So we are doing our important verses of Bhagavad Gita. We learn it with analogies and stories. And let's start off with our prayer. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishnapristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi पाश्चात्यादेशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Okay, we have learned a lot of verses. And the last verse that we learned was Yat Karoshi Yad Ashnasi. And then today we're going to learn Samoham Sarva Bhuteshu. We'll go for the verse recital towards the end. So now repeat after me, everyone. Samoham Sarva Bhuteshu.
समोहं सर्वभूतेषु
Samoham Sarva Bhuteshu.
समोहं सर्वभूतेषु
Samoham Sarva Bhuteshu.
समोहं सर्वभूतेषु
न मे द्वेष्योऽस्ति न प्रियः.
न मे द्वेष्योऽस्ति न प्रियः
न मे द्वेष्योऽस्ति न प्रियः.
न मे द्वेष्योऽस्ति न प्रियः
न मे द्वेष्योऽस्ति न प्रियः.
न मे द्वेष्योऽस्ति न प्रियः
ये भजन्ति तु मां भक्त्या.
ये भजन्ति तु मां भक्त्या
ये भजन्ति मां भक्त्या.
ये भजन्ति तु मां भक्त्या
ये भजन्ति तु मां भक्त्या.
ये भजन्ति तु मां भक्त्या
तेषु चाप्यहम्.
मयि ते तेषु चाप्यहम्
मयि तेषु चाप्यहम्.
मयि ते तेषु चाप्यहम्
मयि तेषु चाप्यहम्.
मयि ते तेषु चाप्यहम्
समोऽहं सर्वभूतेषु न मे द्वेष्योऽस्ति न प्रियः.
समोऽहं सर्वभूतेषु न मे द्वेष्योऽस्ति न प्रियः
समोऽहं सर्वभूतेषु न मे द्वेष्योऽस्ति न प्रियः.
समोऽहं सर्वभूतेषु न मे द्वेष्योऽस्ति न प्रियः
ये भजन्ति तु मां भक्त्या मयि तेषु चाप्यहम्.
ये भजन्ति तु मां भक्त्या मयि ते तेषु चाप्यहम्
ये भजन्ति तु मां भक्त्या मयि तेषु चाप्यहम्.
ये भजन्ति तु मां भक्त्या मयि ते तेषु चाप्यहम्
ये भजन्ति तु मां भक्त्या मयि तेषु चाप्यहम्.
ये भजन्ति तु मां भक्त्या मयि ते तेषु चाप्यहम्
समोऽहं सर्वभूतेषु न मे द्वेष्योऽस्ति न प्रियः. ये भजन्ति तु मां भक्त्या मयि तेषु चाप्यहम्.
समोऽहं सर्वभूतेषु न मे द्वेष्योऽस्ति न प्रियः ये भजन्ति तु मां भक्त्या मयि ते तेषु चाप्यहम्
समोऽहं सर्वभूतेषु न मे द्वेष्योऽस्ति न प्रियः. ये भजन्ति तु मां भक्त्या मयि तेषु चाप्यहम्.
समोऽहं सर्वभूतेषु न मे द्वेष्योऽस्ति न प्रियः ये मां भक्ति मयि ते तेषु चाप्यहम्
समोऽहं सर्वभूतेषु न मे द्वेष्योऽस्ति न प्रियः. ये भजन्ति तु मां भक्त्या मयि तेषु चाप्यहम्.
समोऽहं सर्वभूतेषु न मे द्वेष्योऽस्ति न प्रियः ये भजन्ति तु मां भक्त्या मयि ते तेषु चाप्यहम्
Wonderful. Okay, let's look at some meanings. What is sama?
equally disposed.
Equal. To be equal is sama. So, what was the first verse of the Bhagavad Gita?
धर्मक्षेत्रे कुरुक्षेत्रे समवेतायुयुत्सवः
Samaveta. So actually they have come and they've assembled equally. So that's like Samaveta Yuyutsava. Okay, anyway, Sama here in this context means equally disposed. And then Bhuta, we all know, is living entity. So you see an interesting word, Dvesha. Dvesha is to hate. So who's Madhu Dvesha?
Krishna.
Krishna's Madhu Dvesha. So you see Dvisha, Dvesha, they are all meaning like, to hate or to not like or to be have some enmity. That is called as Dvesha. And then Priya is someone who's dear. You all know what is Priya. Priya. Bhajanti means Bhaja. What is Bhaja?
Render service.
Service. Yeah, render service. Bhajanti, Tushanti cha, Ramanti cha, Ye Bhajanti Mam Bhaktya. So when you say Bhajanti, Bhajan karo, Bhajan, right? So that is to actually glorify and glorify the Lord, render service to the Lord. All that is bhajan.
Doesn't bhajan mean song?
Yeah, it is ultimately glorification of the Lord and service. So bhajan. It's all from the same root word. Okay. Now, okay, now let's look at the translation. I envy no one.
Nor am I partial to anyone. I am
That,
equal to all, but whoever renders service unto me in devotion is a friend, is in me, and I am also a friend of him to him.
So let's go again. I envy no one. Repeat.
I envy no one.
I envy no one.
Nor am I partial to anyone.
Nor
Nor am I partial to anyone.
I am equal to all.
I'm
I
equal
am
to
equal
all.
to all.
But whoever rendered service unto me in devotion as a friend
But
Whoever
whoever renders
renders
service
unto
in
me
devotion is a
in
friend.
devotion service as a friend
is in me, and I am also a friend to him.
is in
Is in
is in
me. I am
me, and I'm
also a
also
friend to
a
him.
friend of him.
So you see a contradiction here in the translation. He says, I'm equal to everyone, but then I'm partial to some people. Right? He says, I envy no one. I'm not partial to anyone. I'm equal to all. But if someone renders service unto me, I become a friend to him. I become partial towards him. So that's what Krishna is telling in this verse. And it's a very interesting verse. So we're going to understand Krishna's psychology. Let's see what he expects and what he feels. So before that, a quick summary of this chapter 9 so far. We have seen that this is the topmost secret. He's going to Krishna said he's going to speak about Rajavidya, Rajaguhyam, top secret, confidential secret, and he is going to tell Arjuna because Arjuna was non-envious. Then he spoke about how everything rests on him, and then yet he is aloof. And the Supreme Lord is no common man. He is always transcendental. And a Mahatma is one who really understands the Lord as he is. And then he spoke about Yoga Kshemam Vahamyaham. And then he said, Krishna only wants love from you. So a simple act of love will satisfy him tremendously. He only loves, he enjoys the love that is offered by his devotee. In that verse, Patram Pushpam. And then in the previous verse, Krishna said, whatever you do, whatever you eat, whatever you offer or give away, whatever austerities you perform, do it as an offering to me. And we saw so many stories for each of this. For whatever we do, we saw the position of Arjuna as an archer. He was fighting. And then for whatever you eat, we saw that very sweet story of Guru Vayur. And then for whatever you offer and give away, what did we see? As whatever you offer and give away as charity. What would be, huh? Anyone remembers the story we saw for this?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
Story of the the boys who are serving Krishna who.
add Krishna into your daily rituals. So those guys are painting, but they're adding Krishna into their ritual by painting Krishna.
Yeah. But what was the story that we saw for whatever you offer or give away?
I don't remember the story.
And for whatever austerities you perform, what story did we see? Ekadashi story, right? We saw Ekadashi for austerities.
Oh yeah, the king.
Yeah. The king story. And okay. Anyway, I don't know why my memory is so bad. Okay. Okay, so that's what we did in our previous session, and now we are going to see about what Krishna is telling here. First, the very first statement he made is, I envy no one, nor am I partial to anyone, and I am equal to all. So this is what he says in the first half of the shloka.
So he doesn't have any favorite people or any disliked people.
Yeah, he's just equal to everyone. That's what he's telling. Okay, so this is the first half of the statement. We are going to decode what Krishna is trying to say because he speaks about two contradictory things in the same verse. So, first he says, I'm equal to all. So, just think about sunshine. So, when you go out in the sun, supposing it's nice, bright, and sunny, you go out in the sun. Do you think the sun is equal to all or it is just partial to some people?
Equal to all.
Yeah, it is equal to all. So when you go out in the sunshine falls on everybody. It's not that it just falls on Ujjwal and Aditya. It's on everyone, right?
And if it
So
rains,
therefore,
it will fall on everyone too.
yeah, what's that? The rain, yeah. So the rain is going to fall on everyone too. You see these kids, they are all playing, and there
No,
is rain on.
but the rain won't fall on the girl in the middle because she has an umbrella.
Exactly the point. So I wanted you to catch that point. So very good, good observation. So the rain is equal to all. The rain wants to, have a fall on everybody. But then there is one person holding the umbrella. So this person who's holding the umbrella is not getting the benefit of the rain falling on her, right? So Krishna is equal to everyone. Okay, he is like the rain or he's like the sunshine. He is equal to everyone. But if we do not receive the mercy, if we hold on an umbrella on top of us and stop receiving the mercy, then the mercy will not flow. That's all simple. So the person who's holding the umbrella is not getting the rain. It's like that. Krishna is freely giving, but sometimes we just put a covering and we don't want to listen to Krishna. So similarly, you see sunlight is there outside this door. Okay, if a person comes and sits inside a dark room, doesn't want to expose oneself to the sun, right? Then it may appear that as if the sunlight is not being partial, not being favorable towards him. But it is not true. It is because of us. So that's the example of holding an umbrella and sitting in a dark room, okay, without any windows. But Krishna, he's like the sunshine and he's like the rainfall, okay. How do we understand it practically that Krishna is equal to everyone? Yes, we did see the sunshine example and the rain, but we all know that Krishna is present as what in everyone's heart?
Paramatma or super.
Paramatma, super soul. So does he say that I will not be present in a cockroach's body, Krishna?
No.
No.
Body?
He's present everywhere.
He's everywhere, even if the body is apparently dirty, like a pig's body. He's fine. I mean, he comes and he stays with everybody.
Because
And
all the things in the forest have something in themselves, so they are all having Krishna in them.
exactly. So you see this bright light inside. This is all Krishna. Even the sage has Krishna, tiger has Krishna, lion has Krishna, a Chandala has Krishna. Everybody, the trees, the birds, everyone has Krishna as the super soul. So Krishna is really, really equal to all. So whatever statement he's making in this verse makes 100% sense. I mean, we logically understand that. And when we talk about the holy names, we all know Krishna and his name is non-different. We all accept that. So when we chant Hare Krishna, when our devotees go on Sankirtan and they chant Hare Krishna, you see these two, the holes in the ear, they are always open. They are never closed. Hmm? Sometimes we close our mouth, sometimes we can close our ears, our eyes. We can even close, you can hold your breath. You can't close your nose, but still you can hold your breath. But what about hearing? Until you really jam your ears, you cannot stop hearing, right? So hearing the holy name is free for all. Everyone hears the holy name. So you see how Krishna, he's very merciful. It's very easy to hear, your ears are always open and the Sankirtan Yajna keeps going in. Like these two are like yajna kundas. You know what is an yajna kunda? Where they put the offerings in a yajna and the fire sacrifice. So these 2 years are always open, and the Sankirtan Yagna keeps going in and in, non-stop. So it's equal to all. I mean, anyone who's in the street is hearing the Sankirtan as much as a devotee is hearing the Sankirtan. So when someone is chanting, everyone becomes the recipient. Like we know the famous story of Lord Chaitanya in Jharkhand forest, right? So all the animals, everybody, all of them got delivered because hearing is free. Everyone got delivered, and the holy names are so potent.
I don't
So
know that.
therefore, Krishna, being non-different from his holy names, he's showing equality. He's showing equality. He's available to everybody. But
Mata,
yes,
um, two things. So the first thing is that there's a shloka in the 5th chapter. I think it's the 18th text. Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmane Gavi Hastini Shuni Jaiva Sapake Cha Pandita Samadarshina.
excellent, excellent, so nice. Yeah. So yeah, ultimately, the soul is the same, and the super soul is same for everybody, be it uh, Brahman or a Gavi or a Hasta, whatever animal it can be. The soul is the same, and basically the component of the soul, the composition of the soul is the same, and the super soul is present in everyone's heart. And a Pandita can see the equality. Very nice words. Thank you so much, Shreya. So, not only is the holy names and the Paramatma there in everyone's heart, so when you go to the temple and see the deity form is also free for all, right? It's equal to all. You go and pray to the deity, thousands of people come and take darshan of the deity. It's not that only the devotees take darshan of the deity. So Krishna in his various forms, he's easily accessible to everyone. His katha is free. Everything is free. Okay, Krishna is available in so many forms. Yet he says, though he is equal to everyone, he says he has some special affection to his devotees. So how do we understand this? It's a little contradictory, but we are going to understand it. Just like if your father is very wealthy and he's very charitable, okay, he likes doing a lot of charity. So your father is neutral to everybody. He's neutral to all the people that he's doing charity. He goes out and every day, probably if your father has like so many dollars, he's going to go out and he has an agenda. This year I need to do so much donation to so many people. So a father will be neutral. Your father will be neutral to all the people that he's doing donation to, but he will be especially favorable towards you. For you, for your education, he's going to put separate funds in the bank, right? Because you are his son or his daughter. So for your case, he will take extra efforts to take care of you. He'll make sure that your education fund is settled and you have some property, and he'll make sure everything is nice for you. Okay. So just like a father, Krishna is a loving father. For his children, I mean, he's neutral to everyone, but he likes to show some special affection to his dear devotees. Because you are dear to your father, very, very close to your father, you're receiving that special favor. So similarly, Krishna also, he likes to give special favor to his dear devotees.
Because,
Just, mm,
because the Krishna's devotees are close to him.
yes,
Why
that's
he
the
would like
point.
to do stuff to his devotees.
Perfect, perfect, yes. And you see here this picture of a desire tree. A desire tree is actually neutral. So, Krishna is very neutral. He's like a desire tree. He's for everyone. But sometimes he likes to give some special concessions to his dear devotees. Just like you see a Kroger card here. All of you have different grocery stores in your area, right? So you have, I don't know if you're in the US, you have Kroger or Safeway or HEB, or there are so many grocery stores. I don't know what other grocery stores in Australia, some big chains. So when you go to these stores, they give you a special card, a membership card. Have you used those membership cards? Anyone?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay. So
And those
you have
special benefits.
special benefits, exactly, and then you get a pamphlet advertising the special benefits for the week, and it says, okay, tomatoes $2 off, and carrots 50 cents off. So you have these deals, and these deals are only for special customers who have the card. Okay. the shop is neutral for everyone. Everyone can come shop and everyone has a general price. But if you are a regular customer and if you are a card holder, you get all the benefits. Okay? It's very much like that. So whatever Krishna does, he's neutral to everyone. But if there is someone who really loves him, who's really his devotee, like this, who carries this concession card, who carries this membership card, they get some extra benefits from Krishna. Okay, so therefore Krishna says, whoever renders service unto me in devotion is a friend, and he is in me, and I am also a friend to him. So Prabhupada gives these examples. Like for example, on the right-hand side, you see a baby is crying, and the mother is coming, like she's really worried that her child is crying, and she's running towards her child. So if there are two kids in the house, and one kid is really a baby, and one kid is always crying, and the other one is a little grown up and a little independent, who do you think the mother will give more time to?
The baby.
He was crying and constantly asking for attention, right? So similarly, devotees were constantly calling out to Krishna and asking for attention. All the time we are bugging Krishna. So Krishna has to naturally be favorable to us, like that mother who's coming. Remember when Gajendra was crying out to the Lord, how quickly the Lord came. In fact, Garuda was not keeping up with the speed of the Lord. So literally the Lord got off Garuda and he held on to the trunk of Gajendra and he came down so that he could rescue Gajendra. So there is so much love for the devotee because the devotee is constantly crying out to the Lord. So just like a crying baby, the mother becomes naturally favorable. Here is another example. This is a father and and his son or daughter, or whoever you want to take. Now the father goes out, he works, and then he comes back late in the evening. There could be two children in the house. Okay, one child, one of the siblings, is is playing video games in the room, and he's really not really worried about whether his father has come or not. His father comes home and he says, "Okay, hi, dad," and then he continues to play video game. There is another son. Okay, the other son who's very attached to the father. He goes running to the father as soon as he hears the car sound of his father. He's all set. Oh, my dad is back home. And then he goes running. He opens the door and he begins to chit chat with his father. And he tells him what all he does to the day. And then he sits with his father for dinner. So obviously, the reciprocation of the father with the child who's giving him so much attention is more. It's now, here's the point. The father is neutral to both. Both are his children. He loves both the children very much, very much. Okay, equally he loves his kids. But the reciprocation is different, right? So if the child who's giving a lot of attention to the father is always with the father, obviously the father will be more reciprocative towards the child. So that is the point that we are trying to understand. He's neutral. Both are his children. He's giving them the same education. He's giving them the same clothes and same benefits, excellent studies, everything he's giving. But somehow he has more reciprocation with a person who is trying to reciprocate more with him. So we devotees, we are like that. We're constantly trying to catch the attention of Krishna. So Krishna naturally becomes favorable towards devotees. That is what he's explaining here. Actually, there's no contradiction. Actually, there's no contradiction. Krishna is neutral to everyone. But when he says I become favorable, that is because of the reciprocation. So you see this, and why is that reciprocation happening? Why does Krishna want to reciprocate with a person who is constantly behind him? So that's because these people, they are very dependent on the Lord. So when someone is very dependent on the Lord naturally wants to protect them or give them attention. You see, this is the story of Samudra Manthan. Have you heard of this? What is Samudra Manthan? Anyone know?
The churning of the ocean of milk.
Isn't it Mohini Moti on the right?
Yes, yes, yes. Churning of the ocean of milk. And yes, you're right. It's Mohini on the right. Mohini Moti
Mm-hmm.
on the right. So here you see this huge mountain, and then this mountain is called as the Mandara mountain. And then on one side you have the demigods, and the other side you have the demons who are churning the ocean of milk with the help of this huge snake by the name Vasuki. So this is a very beautiful section of the 8th canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam. Very, very beautiful. So it happened that the demigods, they had lost all their power, and they wanted to become immortal, and they wanted nectar from the ocean of milk. So they went and approached Lord Vishnu because they had lost everything. They said, "We are in a terrible state, so please help us." And Vishnu gave them an idea to actually declare a truce with the demons and then churn the ocean of milk and then gather nectar. So that was the deal that was spoken of, and that's what was happening. Now, these demigods, they are always dependent on the Lord. They always surrender to the Lord and they accept the supreme position of the Lord. So that is the reason why the Lord was favorable towards them. If you read the story of the churning of the ocean of milk, you see both the demigods and the demons equally endeavored. On one side, you have the asuras or the demons who are pulling and churning. On the other side, you have the demigods. Both of them are putting equal effort. They're putting a lot of effort. But why is it that the demigods are successful all the time? Why is it that the demons are not successful? That is because
demigods surrender to Krishna.
exactly because they declare their dependence on Krishna. So Krishna becomes naturally favorable towards them to help them. Okay, when we think we are independent, then there is a problem. When you feel naturally dependent towards Krishna, Krishna will help us and we will be ultimately successful. So definitely our success will be more strong, rather more, yeah. Okay. Now, there is another thing that we, here on the right hand side, you do see Mohini, right? The Lord appeared as Mohini so that he could bewilder the demons. Have everyone on mute. Thank you. So, yeah, thank you, Mataji. I couldn't see the participants. So that's okay. So, on the right hand side, we have Mohini Murti, right? One of you said this is Mohini. So Mohini collected the nectar and she actually gave everything, and she emptied the pot. She gave everything to the demigods and the demons got allured. Okay, the demons were very bewildered and they were allured while the demigods were very sober and they received the benefits of what Mohini had to give because they listened to every word of the Lord. They listened to all the instructions given by the Lord. Okay.
Mat-
So what we have, yeah, go ahead.
like another example of how Krishna protects all living entities is that you know, people who like eat meat and who eat beef especially, Krishna is known as Govinda or Gopala. Still, he still provides them with food even though they are killing cows. So that shows that the Lord is equal to everyone.
Very true, very, very true. He's very neutral, he's very equal to everyone. He's providing everyone with all the necessities. That is very true. Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, so we understand from this whole verse that Krishna is not partial. See, like how Shreya was telling, he's giving food to everyone. He's definitely not partial, but he's reciprocal. huh? If someone wants to have a nice relationship with him, he always reciprocates. Why? Because the Lord is a person. So you can, when you have personal relationships, that is when you have reciprocations. When you have close personal relationships, you cannot reciprocate with something that is insentient. You will not be able to reciprocate with this table, or you will not be able to reciprocate with this lamp. You can't do all that, but you can reciprocate with a person. So therefore Krishna is very reciprocal. And so Prabhupada writes this: one may question here that if Krishna is equal to everyone and has no one as a special friend, then why does he take a special interest in his devotees who are always engaged in transcendental service? But we should understand that this is not discrimination, it is natural and reciprocal. Even if one thinks of the Supreme Personality of Godhead in envy, he attains salvation. Then what is to be said of the devotees who always engage in the Lord's service with him with love and faith? So he's so neutral that even demons get liberation. That is what is being told here. He's so neutral that he reciprocates with everyone and he also gives demons liberation. The same question, is Krishna partial? This question was asked in the Bhagavatam. Okay, and you know who asked this question? Parikshit Maharaj asked this question to Shukadev Goswami. He asked, I see that a great demon, Vritrasura, was such a big devotee, but he was killed at the end. He was killed by Indra. You're always supporting, Krishna is always supporting the demigods. So is Krishna partial? This is the question that was asked. Of course, Parikshit knew, he himself said, I know Krishna is not partial, but I want you to answer this question so that everyone can get benefited. And Shukadev Goswami, when he wanted to answer that question, he said, I will tell you a story. The same question was asked by Yudhishthir Maharaj to Narada Muni. So I will tell you that story, he said. And what was the question that Yudhishthir Maharaj asked Narada Muni? He also asked the same question. It is strange. Is Krishna partial? And I see that this Shishupal, who was killed in Yudhishthir's assembly, actually he got liberation, meaning Yudhishthir was able to see that a light from his body actually entered into Krishna, and he was kind of surprised. What's Krishna doing? He's a demon, and how did he get liberation? So like that, there are so many stories in the Bhagavatam talking about this, and people have similar doubts whether he is partial or is he really reciprocal. Actually, he is very much reciprocal, and Krishna himself declares this in this verse. So you see Krishna always, sometimes even Bali Maharaj, he says that it appears externally that Krishna is always favoring the demigods, but actually Krishna is very merciful towards the demons, because the demons, they attain liberation faster, like Sishupal and others. So many people, they have attained liberation. And you know about the great mercy that Bali Maharaj received. So Krishna is always neutral, but sometimes he shows some reciprocal behavior. So how does he show this love in reciprocation? So all of you know the story of, yeah, by the way, can you all identify what this sculpture is all about before we get into the story? What is the sculpture? Can you guess?
Mataji, I know this.
Tell.
So it's when I think it's a story of when there's when both Arjuna and Duryodhan, they both came to Krishna to ask them for to help them in the war, in the Kurukshetra war. They were getting their armies ready, so they both wanted Krishna to be on their side. So then and Krishna was sleeping then, so they both went and they went next to Krishna. Duryodhana went and sat on a chair, and Arjuna went and he sat next to the Lord's feet on the floor. And so then when Krishna woke up, he saw both of them, but he saw Arjuna first. So he said that, and then he saw Duryodhana. So he said, "Okay, Duryodhana, since Arjuna's younger than you, I'll fulfill his wish first, then I'll fulfill yours." Then he said that, okay, what do you both want? One of you can have my Narayani Sena, one of you can have me. But I won't be fighting at all. I won't even pick up a weapon. But my Narayani Sena it's very big and it's very good too. So then he let Arjuna pick first because he was younger, and he saw him first. So Arjuna said that I only want you, but and then in his mind, Duryodhana, when he heard this, he woke up, became very happy because he knew that Krishna couldn't do anything. He wouldn't fight or anything, and also that whole Narayani Sena would be better. So he was very happy and overjoyed. But from outside, he showed that he was like kind of like sad. So then he said, "Oh, I wanted to have you too, my lord, but I guess since Arjun gets to pick first, he can have you, and then I'll just have you, Narayani Sena." And then Duryodhana just left after that, but Arjun still stayed back, and Arjun still stayed back and talked with Krishna and served him.
Correct. Very nice, Shreya. Thank you so much. So that is the story of Arjuna and Duryodhana. Actually, Krishna, he made both of them happy. He was neutral. Both of them were extremely happy. That is what Duryodhana wanted. He wanted the Narayani Sena and he got it. Because he thought, what is the use of Krishna if he's not going to pick weapons? And Arjuna, he was so happy because he got Krishna, and that is all he wanted. He didn't want weapons, he didn't want armies, he just wanted his best friend Krishna with him. And he got it. See, Krishna is so neutral. yet he's favorable towards his devotee. Right? We see throughout the war how he especially favored Arjuna and he made the Pandavas win. So this is how Krishna works. And Prabhupada very nicely in the purport, he talks about this point that there is reciprocation between Krishna and his devotees because both of them are conscious. As we already discussed, it's not something insentient, it's not like a table or a chair. Krishna is a person. And he becomes very happy to be reciprocal. And the devotees also, they fit in very well when Krishna reciprocates with him. Just like how a diamond, when it is set in a golden ring, it looks very nice. He gives this analogy. See, diamond, when it is just, in a mine or it is somewhere, it may not look so beautiful. But when gold, what I mean to say is when gold is just lying in a mine, it may not look very nice. But then you take that gold and then you make it into a beautiful jewelry, you make it into a nice gold ring, and then you take the best of the best diamond in the world, like Kohinoor diamond, and you set it. The golden ring is glorified, right? Like that, when the Lord and the living entity join together, they eternally glitter. And therefore, when a living entity is performing service to the Lord, he is highly celebrated and glorified. So this diamond is the Lord and the gold is the devotee, a devotee, not just any living entity, a devotee. Why? Because he's in the combination. He's in the combination with the Lord. So therefore, diamond and gold as a combination, they go well together. And these living entities who are in their very, very pure state, they are called as devotees. And God is a person and therefore he reciprocates. That is the key of our philosophy, that the supreme absolute truth is a person. So it's a very nice purport by Prabhupada. But we are going to look into one story, interesting story. This is the story of Udupi Krishna. Anyone has been to the temple of Udupi in South India, in Karnataka?
Yes, Mataji, I went.
Nice. So this is a story of Udupi Krishna, very famous. Anyone who has gone to the temple will have to take darshan from this particular window that is here. And there is a story why that window came into existence. So initially, the deity of Krishna, he's a small, very small Krishna deity, very small and very cute Krishna deity, Udupi Krishna, and very gorgeously worshipped. So it was some years back that the caste system in India was a little strongly prevalent. The caste system was without a proper understanding. Like there were some issues where the outcast people were not freely allowed to enter the temples in one period of time in history. Not like it was a constant issue, but it was there in a particular period in history of India. So there was one great poetic saint. His name was Kanakadas. Kanakadas, very famous in Karnataka. So he was a poet and he was very saintly and he was an outcast. So he was not a Brahmin and he was not allowed to enter the temple. So he would sing beautiful bhajans and songs about Udupi Krishna, very beautiful songs in Kannada language. And it would be heart melting. But then he was not allowed to take darshan of Krishna, and he so badly wanted to take darshan of Krishna. So he would sing, and one day, he would try to go to the temple. He wanted to just catch a glimpse of Krishna, but he was not allowed. He was not allowed inside the temple, and he was asked to leave. He was not even allowed to stand in the front of the temple and sing. Rather, he was asked to go to the backside. Just go back and do whatever you want, like that. There were some saintly people, Brahmanas, who understood his value, but many people didn't understand. Some people knew his values, many people didn't know. On the whole, he was not allowed to even stand in front of the Gopuram and chant or sing. So he was sent behind. So one day, Kanakadas, with all his love and devotion, when he was singing, his yearning to see the Lord became so intense that he just told the Lord, "Oh Lord, why don't you just, open the doors and give your darshan to me? I've been yearning to see you. Just open your doors and give darshan to me." So when he sang that beautiful verse, at that time, the Lord, who was actually facing east, generally in the temples, they face in the eastern direction. The deity faces the eastern direction. So when Kanakadas was singing like this very, very heart-melting songs, and when he said, "Oh Lord, please, I beg you, give me your darshan. Why can't you just break open and break open the temple and show me your beautiful darshan?" When he said that, the deity who was facing east, he just turned all the way around and he started turning west, and that wall cracked open. And through that crack, Kanakadas could get the darshan of the Lord. So that's why even now people go to this. This is called as Kanakana Kindi, meaning it's the window of Kanakadas. They go there and then they take darshan of the Lord because the Lord has turned away. So even now he's turned. The deity is turned. He's no more facing like this. He's facing like this. So if you want to take proper darshan of the Lord, you need to come and go through this window, take darshan of the Lord and go. That is because of the reciprocation of the Lord. The Lord was so reciprocal towards his deity, towards his devotee. You see this picture here? You see the wall cracked, and Kanakadas could get darshan of Udupi Krishna.
Since the devotee was pleading for attention, the Krishna came and.
Yes, he's very reciprocal. Who's Swami Ujjwal Nandan?
My friends call me that because I give really nice advice to them.
Oh, really? Look at you.
It's definitely not true.
You have a critic in the call, huh? Very nice. Okay, so do we want to chant the verse and then go for Kahoot?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay. Yeah, take it.
Can I chant, Mataji?
Yes, go ahead.
समोहं सर्वभूतेषु न मे द्वेषोऽस्ति न प्रियः ये भजन्ति तु मां भक्त्या मयि ते तेषु चाप्यहम्.
Very good. Varun Kasturi, you raised hand. Go ahead.
समोऽहं सर्वभूतेषु न मे द्वेषोऽस्ति न प्रियः ये भजन्ति भक्त्या मयि ते तेषु चाप्यहम्.
So where are you? You're in the car or you are under some waterfalls? Where are you? Varun Kasturi. Huh? Okay, I cannot hear you. But anyway, thank you so much. And who else raised hand?
Chaitanya would like to go.
Yes, Krishna Chaitanya. Go ahead, Krishna Chaitanya.
Amoham sarvabhuteshu name dveshyon sthita priyaha ye bhajanti tumam bhaktya maite teshu chapyaham.
Very good. Mishti?
Yes, Mataji. Samoham sarvabhuteshu न मे द्वेषोऽस्ति न प्रियः ये भजन्ति तु मां भक्त्या मयि ते तेषु चाप्यहम्.
Tarini?
Mataji,
Thank you, Mishti. Yeah.
can my sister also say it?
Yes, of course.
समूहं सर्वभूतेषु न मे द्वेषोऽस्ति न प्रियः ये भजन्ति तु मां भक्त्या मयि ते तेषु चाप्यहम्.
What's your name?
Ethereal.
Serial. Very nice. Thank you so much. Very nice. Tarini?
समोऽहं सर्वभूतेषु न मे द्वेषोऽस्ति न प्रियः ये भजन्ति तु मां भक्त्या तेषु चाप्यहम्.
Very good. Very nice. Anyone else? Arush Adipurush? Arush? Aditya? Aditya Kasturi?
Mataji, can Prahlad say?
Yes.
समोहं सर्वभूतेषु न मे द्वेषोऽस्ति न प्रियः ये भजन्ति तु मां भक्त्या मयि ते तेषु चाप्यहम्.
Very good, Aditya. Prahlad?
Yeah. Samoha sarvabhuteshu namo dveshyasti na priyaha ye bhajanti tumam bhaktya mayi te teshu chapyaham.
Very good. Very nice. Okay, go ahead, Balavrinda. Samoham Samoham.
समोहं सर्ववेदेषु
समोऽहं
सर्वभूतेषु न मे द्वेषोऽस्ति न प्रियः ये भजन्ति नां भक्त्या मयि ते तेषु चाप्यहम्.
Good job, Balavrinda. Very nice.
I mean Marathi, Mataji.
You spoke Marathi, yeah?
No,
Mataji, she's making this candles
Oh, okay. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. So who else do we have? Aditya Rajiv.
Sure, Mataji. So, samoham sarvabhuteshu name dveshosti na priyaha ye bhajanti tu mam bhaktya maite teshu chapyaham.
Very good. Amey.
Samoham sarvabhuteshu name dvesho stina priyaha ye bhajanti tumam bhaktya mayete chuchapyaham.
Very good. Anshu. Anshu. Moksha. Sachi. Okay. Shama. Go ahead, Shama.
After a long time. She wanted to, she's just enthusiastic to read.
Sure. Go ahead.
Read.
Samo
Ham
Sarvabhutana Bhuteshu
Name Dveshyo
Name Deshu
Stina Priya
Stanapriya
Ye Bhajanti
E Bhajanti
Tumam Bhaktya
Tuma Bhaktya
Maitete
Maitete
Suchapyaham.
Supchapyaham.
Very good, Shama. Very nice, Shama Gauri. Shreya.
Samoham sarvabhuteshu name dveshosti na priyaha ye bhajanti tumam bhaktya maite teshu chapyaham.
Very good. Shreya Yadav.
Mataji, I did it at the
Oh,
start.
you already did it, yeah. So Siddharth. Where is our Siddharth?
I'll do Mataji. Samoham sarvabhuteshu name dveshosti na priya ye bhajanti tumam bhaktya maite teshu chapyaham.
Very nice, Siddharth. Yoshita? Yes.
Okay. Samoham Sarvabhuteshu Name Dveshosti na Priyaha Ye Bhujanti Tuma Bhaktya Maite Teshu Chapyaham.
Very good, Srinidhi. Yoshita?
Yes, Mataji. Samoham sarvabhuteshu name dveshyosti na priyaha ye bhajanti tumam bhaktya maite teshu chapyaham.
Very good. I think I called out everyone's name, but some of them didn't respond. Arush, Adi Purush, anyone else wants to go once? Okay, so if I've missed someone, just prompt. I can call your name. And it's time to play Kahoot. So let's start. Did I miss anyone? Please let me know. I might have missed because I'm just running through the names. Who's it?
Shamaguri.
Okay, Shamagauri.
I played Kahoot before in Bhakti Sangha Japa.
Very good, Shamagauri. Very good. Okay, so if no one else wants to chant, we can go forward and play Kahoot. Okay, let me stop share screen. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes, Mataji.
Looks like I clicked on the wrong one. Okay. 2324091. 2324091. Script is inside. Varun the carrot. Yes, yes. Yosh, Moksha, Krishna Chinta. Where is our Swamiji? Preethi Vilasini is back. Arush,
Mataji, can you repeat the number again?
2324091. Sri, Tarini, Shreya, Aditya.
How many questions, Mataji?
15.
Will we do another one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyone else to join? Krishna. Oh, Krishna is back. Krishna V. Who's Krishna? Anshu. Yosh. Nimai.
Is that the Nimai Satish Kumar or no?
Huh? What's that?
Is that the Nimai Satish Kumar or no?
I don't know. Nimai and Jesus.
Oh, Jesus is back.
Okay, we're going to have trouble. Jesus is back. Okay.
I might lose like all the other ones before.
Okay, let's start. Yeah, in all probability, he'll get kicked out.
Mataji, it's Shreyas and Shyama, so I put Shreya somehow.
Okay, no
I
worries.
missed it.
Yeah. This was your previous verse. Yad karoshi, yad ashnasi, yad juhoti, dadati. Yad. Complete the word. Good job. Very nice. So we have Krishna Chinta, Aditya Raji, Varun the Carrot, Nimai, and Krishna V. Okay. The word dash indicates hateful. Awesome. Someone said, so many people have said beauty.
Spelled wrong.
Yeah. Dveshya. Oh. You found that. Yes, it's being spelled wrong. Yeah. Thank you for that. Yeah. Devshya it's been spelled. Varun the carrot climbed up, Krishna Chinta, Aditya Rajiv, Nimai, and Krishna V. Dash indicates rendering transcendental service.
What's a budgie bonda?
Yeah, what is it?
Bhaji.
Bhaji bonda.
Bhaji bonda. Is it
Awesome.
a food?
Yeah, bhaji is bhaji and bonda. So bonda is similar to aloo vada, right? The bonda. And
Mataji, it's
bhaji is
amazing.
pakoda.
I'm gonna make that one day.
Yeah. So next, samaha means.
Samosa.
What's wrong with rice eaten turkey?
Someone was reading during the Ekadashi. Mataji, were you hungry when you made this?
Sort of. All of you got it right. Oh, someone really wrote samurais during Ekadashi. Preethi Vilasini has climbed up. Awesome. Okay, 5 of 15. The Lord's feature as dash indicates his equality with living entities.
Mataji, it's again spelled wrong.
Which one? Oh yeah, maybe one A is missing there.
Mataji, you told us the answer.
I know, but still many got it wrong. 5 of them got it wrong. Krishna Chinta has climbed up, Preethi Vilasin, Tarini, and we have 10 players who have reached answer streak 3. Okay. Multi-select. Remember, it's multi-select. When I shut myself in a dark room, preventing the sunlight from reaching me, it means sunlight is mean to me. I'm not accessing the sunlight. Sunlight still remains equal to all. I love being a couch potato.
Mataji, you
Wrong.
really were hungry.
Couch potato.
Potato, yeah. You were actually
I love being a couch.
You were really hungry, Mataji.
really hungry.
Whoever made this code is very hungry.
Remember that day you said you would love to have a 42-day feast?
42 what? 9 players have reached an answer streak of 4 and pretty much it's the same. Okay. Nice. True or false? Arjun desired the Narayani Sena.
He did, Mataji, he did.
Yes.
It's true.
I don't know.
You say it's true, it should be.
I may know, I may not know.
3 people thought it's true. Tarini and Shreya have climbed up. Krishna is not dash but dash. Read and answer properly.
Yeah, I got it wrong.
I have no idea.
Beautiful, many of you did it. Good.
I accidentally mixed up the meanings and I chose the wrong one.
Krishna is compared to a desire tree as he can.
Make money from money pants.
He loves
Krishna
gardening.
loves
Everybody
gardening.
knows he loves gardening.
I love gardening.
Yeah.
Everybody knows he likes gardening money.
What?
Very nice. So really, someone said he loves gardening.
Dwarka is full of flowers and trees because Krishna
Oh,
gardened.
yes. Krishna Chanta is on top. Okay. Harinam is accessible to humans, plants, animals. Of course, it's such an easy question.
Only
Humans.
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 No, it's all of the above, guys. Pick all of the above. It's correct. All of the above is correct.
No, it's not. Only humans. We deserve.
No, it is all of the above, guys. It's
Yes.
Good job.
you just listen to.
Okay, and that's 15. All the demons were liberated when they were killed by Krishna because Krishna is the distress, Krishna loves killing,
Krishna loves killing for some reason.
Guys, it's the same color as the previous question.
Krishna loves killing.
No,
It's Krishna is distressed. Okay.
No, he's a magician.
People really are very
Aditya Daji and Krishna Chandra have climbed up. Very good.
Give us magic show.
Multi-select. The demigods acquired the nectar. As they endeavored for it, they were dependent on the Lord. Dhanvantri created the nectar for them. That nectar came flowing to them. Multi-select.
There's only one correct answer. Just kidding. There might be only one correct answer.
I think there are 2, at least 2.
The third question.
I got it right.
Fill up, bro. Stop
Vilas and
raging.
Krishna Chaitanya,
Peeking my head
has
into the
climbed.
podium.
Needlehead.
Dash was the saint poet of Udupi.
Kalidas.
The trick question is Haridas Thakur.
It's actually Haridas.
Nope.
Stop stealing my ideas.
I didn't do it.
Very good. Someone said Kamaladas. Okay.
I'm behind Jesus.
Thank you for heeding my advice.
I'm first.
Aditya, Tarini. Nice. 14 or 15. Multi-select again. From the
Sorry?
story of Chitrapal, we learned that.
I messed up completely. I messed up. I messed up.
This is
Yeah,
a
I
trick
messed up too.
question.
Yeah, it is a trick question.
Oh, I got it right. Actually, I
I picked the exact two opposite answers.
I clicked blue, but then
I did not
like.
I seriously I did not think that I'll get it right.
Yeah, I know the 7. I mean, what is that? One can abuse the Lord. That's not meant for us. It was just a situation. That's all. Okay.
True or false?
Mostly
What?
bewildered the humans and all the demigods. You're supposed to answer.
I don't know. It's either true or false. It's one of those two.
Obviously.
Because there are only 2 options.
Yes!
Okay.
Yay! Stop
Yay.
happy raging.
Freya D. Awesome.
I made it right
Aditya
into
Haji.
6th place. I completely messed up. I'm sad.
Okay. Preethi will win. I always win. Yay. Krishna and Karini are the runners up. Awesome.
I'm rage quitting Kahoot.
Okay. So what's next?
Anything.
Difficult questions were 3. Okay. Play new game, or what do you guys want? You want to see the report or play new game?
Play new game.
Report. I want to see how many I got wrong.
Report,
Then I'll
Mataji.
see first.
On the story of Shishupala, we learn.
Don't take it too seriously. It's okay.
I want to see how much I got wrong, even though I came first.
Okay.
Okay, from the story of Shishupala, we can learn that. What's the answer for that?
Oh, I got 87.
You got 87.
What's the answer for that, Mataji?
The 2 things. One is that we do not imitate, and we do devotional service favorably, not like Sishupa.
Can you please go down, Mataji?
Yes, dear. Is that good? Or do you want to see more?
There's a see more option.
See more? Oh, see more.
But on the 3.
So many people. See?
But also there 3.
It's okay.
What?
Okay, let's go to the next Kahoot. Okay, which one do you want to pick?
Govinda.
Govinda? Okay, Govinda.
Damodar.
You love Govinda, don't you? Maybe later. Okay. Yes. My Kahoots, right? Okay.
Damodar Kits Dhulai.
Did you guys do that already?
No.
No, okay. Who was Queen Kunti's father? All this you didn't do, no?
No, Mataji.
Okay. Yeah.
I was the first one.
You misclicked the code, that's why. You got lucky. Very lucky.
It's pure skill.
No.
Pure typing
not
and clicking
true
skill.
You got very lucky.
Yes, I did.
You're not gonna get lucky every time.
With a large combination of skill.
No. Skill is never involved of clicking like 7 numbers quickly.
Yes, it is.
Amazing.
Halloween, Mataji. Yeah, put Halloween.
We can't even hear the music.
Yeah, we can't even hear it. But whatever.
We have 10 participants. Anyone else who's joining?
Why does Kahoot look different?
I think it's Pandu.
I think it's
I
Vasudev
think
Maharaj.
Bhishma's queen. Someone picked Vasudev. Yes, I am very nice.
Who gave the mantra to Queen Kunti to call any demigod?
Lord Krishna.
Indra, let's go.
Amen. Who stole Srimati Radharani when she was a baby from Vindhya Parvat's home?
I don't know.
Mataji, what is the Kahoot ID?
Oh, really? 6864744.
No.
What? No.
No.
I
This
knew
was
this.
like the easiest
That's right.
question. Now I'm like 1,000 points ahead of Shrek.
Upon whose arrival does Srimati Radharani open her eyes for the very first time?
No, this is the
Mother
very,
Kirti, that's
no, this is the easiest question.
I am on fire.
Let's move up. Okay, who's that? Aditya. Aditya has got high streak. Okay. In Sakshi Gopal pastime, where was Gopal?
Lag. Oh, there we go.
Let's not do this on Mataji.
Vrindavan, Vidyanagar.
Oh my.
No, it's Vidyanagar, right?
Yeah, it's Vidyanagar. Okay. Who brought Sakshi Gopal from Vidyanagar?
I thought it wasn't Vidyanagar.
Is it old Brahmin? Old Brahmin. It's either old Brahmin or young Brahmin. Yes, it's young Brahmin.
Who provides us with all the necessities of life to sustain and nourish human civilization? Earth.
This one's easy.
I got it. I did not get it. Oh yeah.
Finally, I got first question.
I did get it.
Hey, you guys are competing with Damodar kids. Do you know the age group of Damodar kids?
Yes.
3 to 6.
5.
It's literally 3 to 6.
Yes. When we offer food for Krishna, we should place this on the plate.
Lag.
There we go.
Banana leaf.
Mint.
It's a trick question. You have to put an entire tree on it.
Well, there your statement goes.
So when you worship and offer her, Krishna has to leave.
I got it right.
I got it right.
That's a weird thing to celebrate about.
What is our eternal position?
Krishna Nityadas.
Oh, there's no way anybody's getting this wrong.
No, we're the Lord of the world.
I knew it. Yes.
Okay. The soul changes from dash to another, just as we change old clothes.
Oh yes, I know.
None of the above.
I don't think anybody's gonna get this
None
wrong.
of the
Yeah.
above.
Still is 6th place, by the way.
What did Krishna do when Vidura offered the banana?
Banana peel.
Rejected him.
I'm just gonna click accept. I don't know.
Got angry.
I think he got angry. He warned him. He warned him that calamities are gonna occur.
Okay. How can we get engaged in Krishna's service?
All of the above. All of the above.
Oh no, I got it wrong. I misclicked it.
Rude, what are you doing? Rude, what are you doing? Stop getting these wrong.
Yeah. Okay, that. Which of these are acts of non-violence?
hurting others for sure. It's that
No,
one.
it's
for
definitely
sure.
bow protection. Bow protection for that protection.
It has to be. That's like the only one that actually makes sense. Cow protection. Yes.
Not mean, that's harsh.
Who got a? Who's doing better so far? Damodar kids or Madhava kids?
Definitely Damodar.
Damodar kids! Wow, we should be ashamed.
It's Ratnakara.
It's Ratnakara. It's Nardamuni. Yeah, it's Nardamuni.
Hoo-ha!
Hoo-ha-ha-ha.
Gokul
Which of these
Mahavan.
Krishna pastimes happen in Gokul?
Krishna. All of the above. Oh.
No, it's
Oh.
It's Krishna killing Trinavarta. No, forget what I said. No. People didn't listen to me.
On which form of the Lord did Lord Shiva meditate on when he came to Vrindavan?
Nilmanu. No, I got it.
Dwarkadish. No, actually, no, it's Shyam Sundar.
The Nilmanu.
I got it right.
In Nimai and the Brahmin story, how many times would the Brahmin have to prepare the offering?
I'm just guessing this one. I don't know. Oh my gosh. Oh, yes, I got it right. Yay. I'm
The
happy.
usual guess is 3. Yeah. Who was the first source of everything, both matter and spirit?
There's no way anybody's getting this wrong.
Arjuna.
Arjuna. Okay, final question. Which of these are
This one's gonna be easy. Oh. Yes, I got it 20 out of 20.
Sixth place again for the second time in a row. That shows her.
Nimai. Awesome, Nimai.
Nimai Satish Kumar.
Chinta. And Aditya.
Yes, now I am the Damodar class Kahoot winner.
But Mataji won the first one.
Yeah, I won the first one. Okay. So you want to see the full report?
No.
Okay, no.
No.
Of course. Okay, so we'll meet again next week. Thank you all so much, and we'll meet with another Kahoot and another verse.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare
Bye bye, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Can we play one more Kahoot, Mataji?
Vacha kalpataru.
Time for dinner and sleep, baby.
Kripasi.
पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो
वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। शिला प्रभुपाद की जय। प्रीति विलासिनी माताजी की जय। थैंक यू माताजी।
हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna.